today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 20.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Murray's pass.
Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here's Richie James on the return.
The Niners take over.
And able to get this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Raheem Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. There he goes left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
At their own 27-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
1st and 10.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
It's 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Barkley, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Jimmy Ward. A 7-yard pickup.
Now Murray off play action, escaping the pressure right.
26-yard line.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Chase Edmonds.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21, 49ers 7.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Fuda Baker on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. The tackle by...
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Murray's pass.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Charlie Warner, 49 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
And what a weapon he is in the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
First down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
No gain on the play. Second.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
5 brings up second and...
Play action. Now it's Murray.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Room here to run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20.
You know, I
touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete to
Andy Isabella on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo lost the football, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. So we reach, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
14.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Off play action. Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 36 yards. There the Cardinals push further out in front. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
10 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Garoppolo sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Barkley, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The tackle made.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Garoppolo looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. He's going to take another shot here. And they are going to score again. Yet another. Another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's James. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Garoppolo.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coach.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
It's 3rd down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray flushed out right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Broken tackle.
Today's final score,